Hey guys, good afternoon. Welcome back to our channel. How's everyone doing today? I hope you're well. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope your week is going well so far and you are well with your family. Thank you, thank you. If you have not yet subscribed, what are you waiting for? Please give us the gift of your subscription, hit on the like button, and do share this video. So today I wanted to talk about JP 2025. Yeah. So Iyabo's daughter's wedding has come and gone. We covered it here on this platform. I talked about, the wedding. I talked about lessons. And some of the lessons that we talked about is something that I'm actually coming to give you feedback on today. Wow. Being an influencer, yeah, is something, for me, is one of the most rewarding experience personally of my life, being able to influence people. And I think all of us can influence people. We do influence people one way or the other. It might not be on a global stage, it might not be on an international space, but we do influence people in our lives daily. You might not be aware of it, but you're an influencer. Trust me, you are. If you can in any way, shape or form make someone behave in a certain way, change their thinking pattern, or react in a different way, or you give advice that impacts on someone's life positively, you're an influencer. We all influence people. We have people we hold, in in a position of respect and regard that influences our lives daily. And I'm talking about influencing because Iyabo is a celebrity. She's a superstar, right? And her wedding was one that was, everybody say is the wedding of the year. It's the wedding of 2025. It was grand. It was beautiful. Everything was well coordinated. It was super, super nice. Just to see, not just the young couple getting married, but also the way it was arranged, the way it was organized. And I think the thing that made it really trend, apart from all the pop and glitz and everything, was the fact that Iyabo managed the activities, the wedding, reception, everything that they did in such a graceful manner. So she's divorced. But her ex-husband was there, and the role, the way, someone on social media said that Iyabo needs to give a master class. Because it's not always easy in our community to see couples that are divorced, especially if it was acrimonious. And she talked about what she went through in the marriage. So I don't think her divorce was that. No, time heal wounds, they say. However, some people can carry grudges forever. You know what I mean? So I don't think the divorce was amicable, or that they are in good terms or anything like that. But the way she coordinated that wedding to make the father still take his place in that wedding, that Priscilla's dad was involved in the wedding, and we heard that he's been involved in his life, and she's so graceful in a way that it's something that we've not seen on this scale before. Now, usually when people are divorced in our community and the daughter is getting married, it's two things are happening now. Back in the day, the man will come, but he will come like, okay, is your daughter getting married, so just come, okay? Or he might not even be invited. This is happening very recently now with all the Gen Z and millennials saying, if you don't play a role in my life, I'm not inviting you to my wedding. We saw it in Tope Alabi's daughter who got married, and the man who raised her was the one that gave her away. The father was not invited. The father came on social media and was talking and, crying out, oh, my daughter, they've taken my daughter away from me. There's a whole lot of conversation around that. The young girl said, I don't know you. You were never present in my life. I don't have any relationship with you. So, there are opinions on both sides of this conversation. Some people believe that if a father has not been active in their daughter's life, they've not played an active role, then they shouldn't be gifted with that role, which is kind of an honorary role of walking your daughter down the aisle, taking the bride price and all that good stuff, which is the perks that comes with being a father. While some people on the other side of this conversation will be like, it doesn't matter. Papa na papa. Whether he did his role, whether he paid the school fees, whether he didn't pay school fees, whether he was there, if he wasn't there, he's still your father. You should honor him and let him be present in your wedding for him to take his place as a father. So, I don't know. Anyway, what do you think in the comment section? Give me your opinion, what you think about these two sides of the debate regarding fatherhood and what should happen when, children who come from divorced home are getting married, especially daughters. Hi, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. I wanted to take a minute to tell you about this amazing app that I use to send money to my loved ones or to my bank account in Nigeria called Lemfi. Lemfi is an app that is trusted by millions of people worldwide. It is very, very safe. It is reliable. The rates are very, very competitive and is very, very quick to install. You can use it to send money to your own bank account in Nigeria or to your loved ones and other African countries such as Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, Cameroon, Benin Republic, and so on and so forth. So if you live in the UK, in Canada, in Europe, and in America, just jump to the Apple Store and Google Play Store and download Lemfi using my code OBODOFAM. When you download it using my code, you get £10 cashback on any transaction above £50. And this is for new users only if you are downloading it for the first time. So if I were you, I'll take the opportunity to download it now and make a transaction using my code to get the £10 cashback. I trust Lemfi. Whenever I transfer money to Nigeria, I use it to send money to my loved ones, to myself, and it's amazing. You would not regret it. Remember, the referral code is OBODOFAM. Thank you. What do you think? Just drop your comments in the comment section. Okay, so what I wanted to talk about today is not an issue. It's a beautiful testimony regarding JP 2025. So a lot of people made videos. There was a lot of conversations around how graceful Iyabo was during that wedding. And I was mentioning earlier on that someone said Iyabo needs to do a master class to teach women how to handle divorce or how to handle children or relationship with you and your ex-partner when you are divorced. Because she did it so well. And that wedding, I mean, how do your ex-husband will come to your child's wedding, his child as well, and your current partner will be there, and it didn't seem like there was no friction that we could see. A lot of people were hailing Polo for not trying to outshine the father, Priscilla's dad. And let me tell you something, Polo is an Igbo man. And Igbo people, when it comes to like being extravagant and things like that, they are very, very good at that. So Polo could have come with he's got money. The guy is very, very successful. He could have come with all the bundles apart from the EFCC. EFCC is on everybody's throats. EFCC is not allowing people to enjoy their party anymore. I don't know how people coping. Because as a people, I'm digressing. I always do this. We Nigerians were not used to giving gifts. When someone is having a birthday party, a wedding, people give, but it's not like give like all these wrap presents. What we give is cash. And usually where the cash is given is during the ceremony, spraying, So you are spraying not just because this is your gift for the celebrant, you're also spraying because my office I want that. Queen mother, my office yeah, we like to show off as a people. Nigerians, we are very ostentatious like that. Anyway, but he didn't do that. He just came, Iyabo honored him. Iyabo gave him his respect, his regard as her current partner. And while doing it simultaneously, she still did not disrespect her ex-husband. So you see, it's marrying these two that people found, how did she do it? How did she do it? And that's why people are saying, Iyabo, you need to teach women how you manage to get to this point where you are able to do this. And the whole world saw what you did. And now, people are learning. So my gist of today. The gist is that because of JP 2025, women who are divorced with children that previously did not allow their ex-partner to have access to their children are now opening up. As a matter of fact, today I got a call where I was talking to this person. He's a man who previously, shared his struggles with me. How he was trying to see one of his children and the ex-wife would block it at every opportunity. And I tell you, this can be very, very heartbreaking for a parent. We usually see on this platform that the fact that your marriage failed does not mean that you failed as a parent. And we also encourage women to please not use their children as a pawn in the fight when they are divorcing. Now, we know that as women, we have the gift of details. And as PK puts it, when you have the gift of details, with it comes the gift of pettiness. And as humans, generally, we have the ability to bear grudge, some more than the other. Some people can bear grudges forever. And so especially when it's a new case of where you recently divorced and there was a lot of fight, antagonism, and things about property, about they drove me from my house, you took my house, some people feel aggrieved, right? And they can use that as an opportunity to really, really hurt the other person. So this man was always like, he wants to see his child, and the ex-wife would be like, no, he was blocking her. She was blocking him at every opportunity. And this was something that was very painful for him. A lot of men go through this. We don't hear the stories enough because brothers don't speak. And that's why we encourage men to speak out. They usually will not speak. So he called me this morning. I was like, guess what? I saw my son. I was like, wow, you did? What happened? And he said, oh, after Iyabo Joe's wedding, my ex-wife called me and said, oh, do you want to see your son? I said, she called you? He said, yes. I said, whoa. This was a woman that this man would literally send a text message to, I want to see my son. She would say, no, he's not available. I said, then you're telling me that, did I not know that a lot of women learned from what Iyabo Joe did during JP 2025, that now, even a friend of his who also had the same issue with his ex-wife, she's not allowing him to spend time with their children. I'm like, whoa, are you kidding me? This is good news. Good news. It brought a lot of joy to my heart. I was really, really happy to see it because I know what it means as a parent. A child that was literally born in your hands, in your palms, that you've been with. As a result of the issues that adults have now, the marriage is broken, you've divorced, you don't live in the same household. Children, especially younger children, they don't understand it. They might not understand what's going on. Why am I not seeing daddy anymore? Why do I wake up now? Daddy used to take me to school. I don't see daddy. And this man told me that when he was still together with his ex-wife, this child literally slept with them on the bed. There's always that one child that's very, very attached to, a parent. So this was the child that was so attached. So all of a sudden now, no access. And it was something that was really, really hurting. He was hurting over this. But what could he do? As a man, you know how men are. They'll hide it, they'll disguise it, they'll use other things to cope because they have what can you do? If it was in Africa, probably you would just go over there, to go and challenge the person. But here, if you go over there, they can call the police for you. You can't go to their house because now they probably have a restraining order against you, or you've been told not to come to the premises, especially if when the issues were going on, police was involved, whereby somebody called police for you and said you did this, and there was allegations. So now you want to be careful. You don't want to be in trouble because your career is at risk. Your job is at risk. So it's a whole lot of palaver around this matter. But the good news is that, and that is why I talked about being an influencer at the beginning, it's a very privileged position where you can directly impact people's lives positively. A young lady spoke to me a while ago and was like, Auntie B, you're always telling us about how we shouldn't leave money in a bank account. I'm interested in buying property, but my husband is not interested. He's always saying, I'll think about it. But we have this money. And when she mentioned the amount of money they have in the account, I was like, what? You have this huge amount of money in your bank account in the abroad? What for? And so when she listened to a video where I talked about stop keeping money in your bank account, you should have savings, but don't save all your money, because the money you put in the bank, you are actually giving the bank money to do business. They'll make money. It is better for you to put your money to work for you. So put your money in investment that can yield dividends, that can bring you money. So she was like, Auntie B, I heard that, and now I want to do this. And when she did it, she came back to me, sent me the picture. She's bought a really beautiful property, and it was beautiful. And she was like, it was when I listened to you that I did this. My husband doesn't want to do it, but you know what? I've gone ahead and I've done it now because the money is just sitting in the bank. And I was very, very happy. This gave me a lot of fulfillment because it is the opportunity that I have as I'm talking to you now. The same way I was just speaking randomly and share my truth with you guys on a video here on YouTube. And this young lady was able to take the advice on board. That is what being an influencer means. It's being able to push people to do things, to change their thoughts, to unlearn, to do things that they would never have thought possible positively. So yeah, this is a good outcome for, you know, the aftermath of JP 2025. I know they still have a wedding. They still have one reception that Juma said they're going to do in their country, in Tanzania. But this is really good. It's really, really good. I don't believe that children should be made to suffer for the sins of the adults. Don't make your children, they might not be a good father. The man might not be a good husband, but he can be a good father. And women, usually we forget that it's not the way we see our spouse that the children see them. So to you, he's a husband, he's a partner. But for the child, he's my daddy. So his relationship or their relationship with their father is different from yours. So I don't believe in using children as pawns to suffer the other person. Deal with your pain. You know, deal with your pain whatever way that you can. Go to therapy, you know, pray, read the Bible if you are religious. Get help to deal with that pain, but do not use your children, you know, in your fight with your exes. You shouldn't give parents access to their children because it's not the children's fault what games or what adults decide to do. So that's really, really good. I'm pleased to hear that. So if you're watching this now and you are still like, this is my ex, I'm going to punish him. Will not see the child. He will not see this child. Will not see the child. Please, I encourage you to embrace what Iyabo did. Look at the way Iyabo was celebrated. Iyabo said he never ever deprived the father access to his children. Anytime he wants to come, he's welcome. You moved on, you moved on. In fact, if you keep holding on to it like you don't come, I don't want to see you, I don't want you to around my children, it means that you still want that relationship. It means you still want the marriage. But if you let go of the pain, then you're free and you can move on. And let me tell you something, ladies. The way that the hurt and this pain that you keep in your heart shows out in future relationships, it will shock you. When you can be talking to a guy now, and the way you keep talking about your ex, the guy will not pick your call again. He will say, this one is not healed though. I don't want to come and suffer for what I didn't do. Hey Joe, this one, Yeah, I've had guys told me that they've been on dates where they never called the lady back because the lady has not healed. First date, all she talked about was her ex-husband, what the husband did to her. Some of them is serious abuse. One told me that the woman's self-esteem was on the floor. Like the ex-husband finished her, emotional abuse. And if you are in this position, I really empathize with you. And you have my empathy. However, you need to go and heal first. You can't be dating because, again, that pain is going to show up. And the man will just be, it will show up in your behavior. It will show up in the way you react. It will show up in your conversations, everything. And nobody wants to suffer for what somebody else did. So, embrace healing. And yeah, before I round up this video, I just want to say big thank you to Iyabo. I don't know if you're going to see this video. Somebody that knows her, please send Iyabo this video. On behalf of all the women, Nigerian women especially, we thank you. Thank you for showing us what is possible. Thank you for not allowing your fame, you know, your popularity, your success to get to your head, but you were still human enough to allow your children to have relationship with their father. And the way you carried yourself, you are a queen mother for a reason. We respect you, we honor you, and we thank you. And most importantly, thank you, because now women are looking up to you, and because they have children who are going to get married in the future, they are like, look, if Iyabo can do this, I can do this. So you are a superstar. Thank you. Thank you very much. So guys, I'm just going to leave you here today. I hope you've benefited something, you've learned something from this video. It's just a quick feedback regarding JP 2025. Share this video, like, subscribe if you have not yet done so. And remember, Lemfi is the app that you need to send money to Nigeria or other African countries. Use my code OBODOFAM to get £10 cash back. It is quick, it is easy, it is flexible, it is reliable, and you literally get your money in minutes. Download the Lemfi app today from the App Store and the Google Play Store using OBODOFAM as your code to get £10 on your first transaction as cashback. Thank you very much for watching. I'll see you in my next one. I love you. Bye, guys. Hi, I hope you're enjoying the show so far. I wanted to take a minute to tell you about this amazing app that I use to send money to my loved ones or to my bank account in Nigeria called Lemfi. Lemfi is an app that is trusted by millions of people worldwide. It is very, very safe. It is reliable. The rates are very, very competitive and is very, very quick to install. You can use it to send money to your own bank account in Nigeria or to your loved ones and other African countries such as Uganda, Kenya, Rwanda, Cameroon, Benin Republic, and so on and so forth. So if you live in the UK, in Canada, in Europe, and in America, just jump to the Apple Store and Google Play Store and download Lemfi using my code OBODOFAM. When you download it using my code, you get £10 cashback on any transaction above £50. And this is for new users only if you are downloading it for the first time. So if I were you, I'll take the opportunity to download it now and make a transaction using my code to get the £10 cashback. I trust Lemfi. Whenever I transfer money to Nigeria, I use it to send money to my loved ones, to myself, and it's amazing. You would not regret it. Remember, the referral code is OBODOFAM. Thank you.